Hare Krishna. So Krishna has spoken about tyaga or renunciation in ignorance, in passion. Now he's going to speak about tyaga in goodness. Let's see that in Shloka number 9. Karyam ityeva yat karma niyatam kriyate arjuna sangam tyaktva phalam chaiva satyagah satviko matah. So here Krishna is telling that Arjuna, O Arjun, karyam iti eva yat karma niyatam kriyate. That is, when one performs his prescribed duty only because it is ought to be done. Sangam tyaktva phalam cha eva. That is, and renounces all material association or the doership mentality and all the attachment to the fruit, the phalam. Saha tyagah satvikah matah. His renunciation is said to be in the mode of goodness. Now, I think we have seen in multiple videos in chapter 17 that whenever mode of goodness comes, there are two things that will come. The activity is done as a duty, and second, the result of that activity is given up or one is not attached to that result. So here also we understand that tyaga or renunciation is in the mode of goodness or sattvika when the person is doing that particular activity, that renunciation, as a matter of duty, and he is not attached to the result or he renounces the result. And here one more important thing is he renounces the doership mentality or material association. Here it is said, prescribed duties must be performed with this mentality. One should act without attachment for the result. He should be disassociated from the modes of work. Now this is a very nice point to note. Again and again we have heard that one should not be attached to the result. One should not be attached to the result. One should not be attached to the result. But then now the question is how to do it. Without practicing bhakti, Krishna consciousness, one cannot come to this platform just like that on a material realm. Not possible. Because this needs some higher revelation in our life. Without that it's not possible. So a very important point is mentioned here that when we are doing any activity, the prescribed duties, it must be performed with this mentality of first, I am not the doer, and second, I am not the person who is entitled for the results, or I should not be attached to the results basically. That's the point. Now this is on a side of mode of goodness. But what about those people who are called as devotees? They are in Krishna consciousness and they are also following some prescribed duties. So what is the difference between people in the mode of goodness and people in Krishna consciousness? In people in the mode of goodness we understood. That is, one should do it as a duty and one should be detached from the results. But what about people in Krishna consciousness? How is it different from common public? Here it is given. A man working in Krishna consciousness in a factory does not associate himself with the work of the factory, nor with the workers of the factory. He simply works for Krishna. And when he gives up the result for Krishna, he is acting transcendentally. See, in the mode of goodness, okay, the person is doing it as a duty, he is not attached to the result. But when it comes to Krishna consciousness, what happens is, the person is working for Krishna. And then whatever results come, he is offering that to Krishna. So for him, everything is offered to Krishna. His work also and his results also. This is so amazing. So when such a thing is done, when a person is living for the pleasure of Krishna, then automatically that particular activity becomes transcendental. Or, to be more precise, beyond the three modes of material nature. It does not come in the category of sattva, raja or tama. That is mode of goodness, passion, ignorance. It comes in the category called pure goodness. It goes much, much above the goodness also. So in this way we understand that A person in Krishna consciousness, he will also do the same activity. But then the mood matters a lot. What is the mood here? The mood of a person who is practicing bhakti is, I am doing it for Krishna. Any activity for that matter. And whatever results he gets, he first offers that to Krishna. And he just wants to have prasad, no bhoga. Bhoga means that which is not offered to Krishna. And prasad means that which is offered to Krishna. So a devotee is very, very particular that I don't want to exploit or enjoy bhoga, but then I want to honor prasadam. So whatever he has in his life, he offers it to Krishna and then he accepts the remnants as prasadam. So in this way, what happens? The person who is doing the activity, he might be doing it the way others are doing it, but then since the mood is different, the mood is elevated, the consciousness is on a higher platform, that person is not in the three modes of material nature. So as devotees, we should ask this question. When I am doing any work, so am I doing it for Krishna or am I doing it for myself? Means for my enjoyment, for my pleasure, or because I like it. So it's very, very important to have a guide, to have a spiritual master who will instruct us, no, you do this. And when we just follow that instruction, automatically that particular activity becomes transcendental. Because the instruction has come in the parampara and we are following it. So as devotees, we have to make sure that we follow the instructions given by the spiritual master. And along with that, we also have to make sure that whatever activity we are doing in our day-to-day life, we have to keep Krishna in the center, we have to work for pleasure of Krishna, and the results that we get, we offer it to Krishna. If we mold our life in this way, our life will be very, very amazing. We'll be fully satisfied, very happy, because we'll be directly connected to Krishna and will be taken above the three modes of material nature. So Krishna has spoken about ignorance, passion and goodness, tyaga. Now after speaking about all this, now he will be speaking about the symptoms of proper renunciation. Let's see that from next video onwards. Hare Krishna.